Hello, this is the daily reading for March the 9th, 2019. This is going to be Luke 5:27 through 32. It says, Jesus saw a tax collector named Levi sitting at the customs port. He said to him, "Follow me." And leaving everything behind, he got up and followed him. Then Levi gave a great banquet for him in his house, and a large crowd of tax collectors and others were at the table with them. The Pharisees and their scribes complained to the disciples, saying, "Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus said to them in reply, "Those who are healthy do not need a physician, but the sick do. I have not come to call the righteous to repent, but sinners." So, what does this one mean? So this one, I think, is all about the kind of people that Jesus is all about. And, the Pharisees in this reading are upset with Jesus that he is eating with a tax collector and with sinners, people who they would think are not holy, not worthy of eating in the presence of, who would be the Messiah. So to them, it seems like, Jesus is making some big mistake. He's not eating with people who they think he should be associating with. But Jesus goes on to say that these are exactly the kind of people who he wants to eat with. He explains that he's not here to save and bring repentance to the most holy people. He's not here for the Pharisees. The Pharisees, who would be the people who are, these are the holy men. These are the people who do follow, the traditions and do everything right. Jesus isn't here for them. He's not here for the kind of person who's going to do everything right, who's following their life absolutely by his teachings. That's not his point. He's here for the sinners, the people who mess things up, the people who do things wrong, and the people who aren't exactly living, the way that he would want them to live. He's here for the people who want to be with him, but aren't exactly the best people. So I think in a modern life, we need to consider that Jesus cares about everyone, and that the people who are the most pious, the most religious, are not exactly the people who Jesus is really going to be paying attention to and are going to be keeping his eye on and doing absolutely everything to save. You're the people who are already being saved and are already good for Jesus. But Jesus is here for the people who aren't that way, for the people who are sinners and are doing things wrong. And so I think we need to keep that in mind of you can't turn a blind eye to people who are sinners. You can't go against someone who's a sinner because that's not the way Jesus did it, and that's not the way that he wants us to live. He wants us to accept people who are sinners and to, live among them and eat with them as Jesus did. He's telling us in this reading that we shouldn't be like the Pharisees who are denying sinners and saying they aren't worth our time. We need to be like Jesus is in this reading and accept the sinners and do things with them, be their friends, help them come to the way of Jesus, and don't be like the Pharisees and shun them and hate them just because they're sinners. So that's all for today. I'm Joseph. If you liked this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all those things, and I will see you next time.